All right, day 2. Here we are. Sunny out, nice today, which is great. Better than working in the rain. Haven't been filming today at all. That's because I'm in a super rush to get this thing up on a cradle. So that's what I've been working on. Got the rear cradle all done. Turned out pretty well, I think. Just pretty simple. Framing with 2x4s. And we're working on the front cradle. I'm kind of going off a YouTube video of a guy that did something similar, but he did it a bit differently, and I'm trying to work out tweaks to make it work for me. Not sure if that's going to work out, but we'll see. The idea is to get it up on the cradle so I can take the trailer to get it weighed without the boat on it. Still need to get the tires. They were supposed to go in today to get fixed tomorrow, but I was hoping to get the boat on the cradle before that, and obviously that isn't happening because the sun is setting. So I gotta finish this up tonight. I gotta get those wheels off there, or at least get it in a place where I can get the wheels off again so I can take them in first thing tomorrow morning, because my hope is to be able to get to the Secretary of State by 2:30 to get title and insurance going on this stuff. So briefly, the idea is to finish up this front brace for the cradle, and then put the boat back down so it's kind of sitting on the cradle. It's currently supported by the back brace and the front of it, the tongue being jacked up here. But anyway, lower it down on so it's supported by the cradle once it's done, and then the idea is going to be to try and jack up each side of the cradle and get cinder blocks under those to hopefully get enough clearance to be able to pull the trailer out from under the front cradle. Built it wide enough, but we'll see if we can get I might end up having to screw some supports, vertical supports coming off of the front cradle so I can get the jack under it to actually jack it up, because I don't know if there's a way I'm going to be able to get the jack under these feet. Alright, update while I'm still super stoked. So this project, just like working on any vehicle, of course ended up being way more than I thought. Ended up having to go back to the store, hardware store, for more screws. It's amazing how many screws you actually end up putting into something that looks relatively simple when it's done. But booyah, look at that. No fucking trailer under there. Here it is. Oh, the last thing to do today, day 2, is to get these tires off of here, wheels off here, so I can take them in first thing in the morning. Get these ugly ass tires replaced. They is nasty. Sun has, I'd say, officially set. But it might look a little sketch. It is 2 2x4s. The hull itself should only weigh 575 pounds new. And with the amount of dry rot and fiberglass, I don't know, maybe it's actually more with water impregnation. Who knows? But we're going to say 575, give or take, I don't know, 10 pounds, whatever. I'd say that this cradle can support 575 pounds. Essentially, what amounts to a 2x2 pretty much throughout. What I ended up having to do to get the cinder blocks under the legs, like I was talking about, is I screwed in a temporary 2x4 right here, and I knew that my little jack did not have enough sway to quite cover the height of a cinder block. So, I don't know, but I just had a little piece of 2x4. Put a little piece of 2x4 here up underneath this, and that gave me just enough height. I'll tell you, it was a little sketchy jacking this thing up on each side to get these cinder blocks underneath here in order to get the clearance there. And yeah, adding those cinder blocks in gave me just enough height, actually quite a bit of clearance to get the trailer out from underneath it. I am definitely going to link in the description to the fellow that whose video I got this idea from. This is nearly verbatim what he did in his video. And I'd say the thing that I'm happiest about for verification that this isn't going to just collapse on me anytime is when I took the weight off the jack here after putting the cinder blocks. This was the second side I did over here. Once I took the weight off the jack from this temporary 2x4 to put the weight on the cinder blocks, there was no dip in the bottom of this 2x4. Absolutely no flex whatsoever. I mean, that makes sense because it's right where the cross brace is, but I mean, yeah, I don't think these 2x4s are flexing any, if at all. But thank you all for watching. Step one towards getting this thing back in the water complete, I'd say. See you next time.